Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Olivia. I make videos about sewing, gardening, natural medicine, things like that. Today, I am going to be sewing one of these sweaters using this as my pattern. So I'm not going to be purchasing a pattern. I'm going to be copying this item right here. We're going to go through my quick stash really fast. Well, actually no, I already had one in mind. What am I saying? So this is from Walmart. Let's talk about it. So this fabric is from Walmart. It's 2 yards for $4. I thought this would make a perfect sweater for my mom for Christmas. It's like thin enough to where it's just like these old ones. This is from Charlotte Russe. I swear this is from like 2012. But I'm going to be copying it with this fabric here for my mom for Christmas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I can't believe this was only $4. That means it's $2 a yard. Alright, so I'm just going to lay it out on my cutting table, aka my floor. If you hear anything, my dog is right there licking his paws, and my husband's in the garage making loud noises. Gosh, so I'm trying my best to lay this out. Fold it in half. Alright. Okay, so now that this does not look like 2 yards. What? This is like 1.5 yards. Did they lie to me? Oh my gosh, 1 yard has 72 inches. This is 60 exactly. Dude, they skimped out on me. 2 yards my ass. What? Liars. Anyways, I feel so lied to, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, whatever you're copying, and lay it down. And you're just gonna flatten it out, okay? Right now, I'm going to be tracing the back. I'm going to get the back part. Okay, so I have the center folded. All right, and then this is the arm sleeve, which I do have to fold a little bit more as I cut. But when you open it, it's going to be the back, right? So now we have more space to cut more things when we fold it like this. So I'm actually going to use this line as my guideline. Okay, so it's all cut out, so I'm just gonna move it to the side. Oh no, hello. Move it to the side a little bit. And now we're gonna do the front panels. Looks like it's thrown on, but I swear it's very strategic, and I see it in my head because this is a seam, but you can barely see it. But, you know, you lay it out and cut as you go with that front panel, and I got it all cut, so I'm ready to lay it out. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it out so that I'm seeing the right side. This is the back piece. And then I'm going to take the right side of one panel. I'm going to connect it at the shoulder. And then the right side of the other panel, and connect that at the shoulder. Both of them are actually a little longer than I really needed them to be, so I'm just gonna find a pretty spot. And snip. And then I'm going to lay that here so that I can mimic it. Snip. Oh no, it's okay, we can fix that. Snip. Alright, so then you're going to sew at the shoulders. But wait, while we're down here on the floor, we're gonna cut out the sleeves. Okay, so you're gonna lay your sleeve as flat as possible with that bottom seam down the center. Okay, and then I definitely eyeball this. You could also get a ruler and just measure. But the center seam is here, so it's gonna extend to about here. So we're gonna cut a little bit beyond that, right? Because if you lay out the whole sleeve, you also have these bottom parts that you have to account for. So we're gonna take the center, basically go, I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, and then where the shoulder seam is, you're just gonna pinch it. Find it first and then pinch it forward. Put your finger where that seam is so you know how high you need to go up. Alright? Now that's about half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it in half so that it's even on both sides, even if I messed it up. You know what I mean? Alright, so since it's in half, we can cut. Now we're at the sewing machine. Alright, so you can either do a zigzag stitch if you do not have a serger, or if your machine can do a stitch that looks like this. If you have a machine that can do, I think it's called, you know what, I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, no, I was going to be right, an overcast stitch. Or no, yeah, this one. So it's going to allow stretch and lock in the seam so that there's no fraying. So it's basically a serger that doesn't cut. But also a zigzag stitch is totally fine. See how it's like, it locked it in? And there's stretch to it still. When you open it up, you can't see the seams. Okay, so both shoulders are sewn on. Quick try on. This is what it's looking like, okay? Now what we're gonna do, okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sew on the sleeves. You want the seams to be touching the floor. Lay it down. Okay, so, oh. Can you see this one? All right. So your sweater is laid out, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your sleeve. So if it's gonna attach, if it's gonna lay like this once it's sewn on, what you need to do, is you need to take it and flip it so that you can meet all the edges together. Go really slow around the curve so that, you know, you can actually sew the curve together without it being weird. It might take a lot of pins or clips, but I used to be the person that was like, no, I'm not going to pin anything. But over time, pinning's pretty important. I've come to learn. I am not too good for pinning. Okay, so now that your shoulders are all pinned, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sew them on. So now that both sleeves are attached, what you're gonna do, I'll put it on to show you. This is the sleeve. This is how it's gonna look, right? Okay. So before I do this part, I am gonna hem the sleeves. And then what I'm gonna do, meet at the armpit. So you meet the seam at the armpit, and then you're gonna sew from the wrist to the armpit down to the side. So this is all gonna be one sewn seam. Okay? Does that make sense? So you get an idea of basically what I said. The right sides together, this is the sleeve that we hemmed, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna meet armpit to armpit, and you're gonna pin that, and you're gonna line up everything else and pin it. So the arm and the front panel to the back panel. Gosh, so this is such a light and delicate fabric. I'm really trying to not stretch it as I'm pinning it, especially as I'm sewing it too. I'm just trying to kind of let it go. Somebody might ask what needle I'm using for this kind of fabric. I'm gonna tell you, it's probably a universal needle. I haven't changed that needle ever since getting that machine. Ever. That is the same needle that I've had for probably like 6 years, maybe. Now, I will say, I have not been sewing straight for 6 years. Last year, in 2024, well, from 2023, like the beginning of 2020, or no, from the end of 2023 is when I really started sewing like every single day. So really, I've been sewing for about 2 years now, like straight, like 2 years straight. You know, I tried little projects here and there over the years, but I've never actually kept my machine on my table until 2 years ago. But that needle has been used for 2 years straight. Never broke, never dulled. Don't know how, don't know why. I did swap it out once to try and use a denim needle when I was sewing something denim. But then I put the old needle back in because it just I didn't like it. So that has been the same exact needle since the very beginning. And I'm gonna be very upset the day that it breaks. You know what's crazy though, is I broke my serger needle like 3 times. And I've had the serger for like, I've used it once since getting it. And I don't like using it, but that needle, I've broke 3 needles on it, but I've never broke a needle on my Brother Project Runway. I broke 1 needle on my embroidery machine, my Brother SE700, but never on my Project Runway. Very weird. Just so you can see it, this is what I mean. So this is the sleeve, the armpit, the shoulder. You're literally gonna sew straight through on both sides, obviously. Alright, go ahead and sew both sides from wrist to butt. Okay, so it is all sewn together, constructed. Now I'm just going to fold down this raw edge. Real quick, I'm using this tool for my hemming. I just tape it in because I don't have, this is for a machine that has these screws up front here. Mine are in the back, so I just tape it over the bobbin plate. But this is how it works. It's real nice and it speeds up the process. It folds it over and keeps it folded over as you're sewing. Okay, and we are done. I even included a cute little tag on the side that says homemade. It's a present from my mom. This is the one we copied. I think they look identical. So I mean, essentially, it's literally a sweater. Nothing special about it, but cute. And this is the sweater. Very cutesy.